So I'm up here near the border of North Carolina and Georgia, hiking the Bartram Trail once again. If you watched my first video, I started pretty much right here and hiked south to Russell Bridge. This time I'm hiking north about 20 miles to Hickory Knoll Road. I parked up there and then got a shuttle down to Hale Ridge Road, and I'm heading up back to the car. Should be here for about 3 nights, and I'm not going too far tonight. I've changed something about my setup for this trip, and I guess you'll see what that is later. Just filled up at that stream down there. I think I'm gonna end up going 3 miles tonight to a campsite. I forgot to mention, Sherpa Al was my shuttle driver, and I'll put his info down in the description if you need a shuttle around the Franklin area. So thank you, Al, and we're gonna keep hiking. About 3 miles today. I'm camped beside this creek. The surprise gear change I was talking about earlier is I've brought my hammock. I'll get a good shot of it tomorrow. I mostly night hiked a little bit, but camped right beside the creek. Should be a good night. I'm about to cook, hang my food, and pass out. Good morning. It's about 10:30 and slept pretty good last night. It got a little chilly there towards the morning. So with this hammock setup, I'm not using an underquilt or like a blow-up sleeping pad. I'm using my like super thin Gossamer Gear like 1/8" pad. Works pretty well. I think I'm kind of pushing it in these temperatures. It got into, I think, the upper 50s last night. I got a little chilly around 5 a.m. this morning, but that's fine. I actually started backpacking in a hammock, and I didn't really switch to a tent until last year. I think my first tent backpacking trip was Cumberland Island, which is my first video. Go check that out. But yeah, I got the rainfly above me with some clothes hanging on it. And I don't think I'll ever need it this weekend. There's not really a chance of rain at all, but the weather's gonna be nice. I'm thinking about doing 5 miles today. Well, let me say this. There's 5 miles to the next decent campsite with water, or I could do 9 miles and have another decent campsite with water not so far away. So I'm gonna do 5 and just see how I feel, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm about to cook, make some coffee, pack up, and get out of here. Alright, so it is about 12:30 p.m. The plan for today is to, I think, do the 5 miles to Tessenty Creek campground. I think I want to do 5 miles since it's past noon already, and push the 9 miles tomorrow and wake up early and do that. So before I get there, I have about 0.6 miles to a road with a cool overlook, and then 2-mile climb up Scaly Mountain. It's about 1,000 feet of elevation, and then I find camp probably like 3 to 2.5 miles later. So yeah, let's see what we see out here. Just sitting here eating a snack and drinking some water before I cross the road and head up Scaly Mountain. So I ended up missing this switchback sign. The trail goes up that way. I saw this giant rock field and climbed up and realized I was going off trail. So now I'm back on trail. So that mountain is Raven Bald. If you watched my first Bartram Trail video, that's where I was my first night, on that tower in the wind. Nice and flat. Made it to the top of Scaly Mountain, about 4,800 feet. I'm gonna stop here and eat some lunch and then head down to my first potential campsite. So yeah, it's pretty hot up here, but the view's pretty awesome. Made it to Tessenty Creek Campground, did about 5 miles today, and I think I'm just gonna stay here for the night. So I climbed up over Scaly Mountain and just came back down, and then I have to go up to Jones Gap and some other stuff tomorrow. Now tomorrow I will have to do 7 to 9 miles. Now, I considered pushing 4 more miles today, but after climbing most of the day, I'm just kind of tired. And there's a fire pit here, and I think I might just have a fire, have this place to myself. I doubt anybody will join me, but I'm just gonna relax, and then tomorrow I'll do the big day so that I can get out of here on Monday for like 3 miles. So we'll catch you later. Good morning. It's almost 8 o'clock. I slept pretty good last night. I didn't get too cold. The previous night I had some issues with my thin sleeping pad moving around underneath me. So last night I decided that I could tuck part of it down into my pants, put my down jacket over on top of it on my back, and it wouldn't move. And that worked out perfectly. Once I tucked myself in my quilt around myself, I was warm all night. So the plan for today is to do about 9 miles, and I'm going to get started here soon. I have to climb up to Jones Gap, and once I get up there, I'm just kind of hiking up and down a ridge for pretty much all day. So hoping to get to camp kind of early, because I get an early start today, and we'll see what happens. Well, hitting the trail, 2 miles up to Jones Gap, and then I think I'm gonna have a lot of cool rock outcroppings and views today. I don't expect to see too many people on the trail, but that also means I'm going to clear all the spider webs. So, breaking trail this morning, heading up to Jones Gap, and we'll check it out. Climbing up to Jones, slowly but surely. I really hope, for morale purposes, there's a view at the top, because this just goes straight up. Made it to this rock outcropping at the bottom of Keith Day Knob. I'm going pretty slow, about a mile an hour. I still have to go all the way up and over and down to Jones Gap, but I need to eat something, take a little break, because I've just been climbing, and it was pretty steep that last section. At the top of Keith Day Knob, 4,400 feet, and of course, no view up here. So now I'm heading down to Jones Gap, around Jones Knob, and down to White Rock Gap to fill up water, and then there's like a 5-mile dry section straight to camp. So this is White Rock Mountain. I'm about to go behind it, but hit down to the gap, get a water break, and keep on going. White Rock Gap. So there's a water source further down that way. That's about 800 feet down to some stream, and I really don't want to climb down just to climb back up for some water. So if I go like 0.2, keep going, there should be some water right off the trail. I'm gonna take a break there and go up and over Little Fishhawk Mountain. And then I think I have 2 more climbs for the rest of the day, and then I just go straight down to camp. And like I said earlier, I have a 5-mile water carry, so I'm probably gonna sit here, take a break, camel up, and then fill up a couple liters and be on my way. Buffalo chicken and spicy sweet chili Dorito wrap. It's a very nice spot. Glad I stopped here. The trail's like right up that way, so I'll stop here for like 30 minutes or so. Alright, just ate, cameled up. I have 2 liters of water, and it's dry for the next 5 miles. Gotta go up and over Little Fishhawk, and then up and over Wolf Rock Mountain. Looks like pretty short climbs, but steep. So I believe I'm gonna follow this ridge up that rock and just all the way back down to the car down there somewhere. So here's another little side trail that goes to the top of Fishhawk Mountain, where apparently there is a plaque honoring William Bartram, but it's a 400-foot climb off trail that I don't want to do. So we're just going to keep going. Wolf Rock Overlook. So before I go, I noticed off in the distance right there, that's Raven Bald. Second tallest mountain in Georgia. I've been up there a couple times. It's just so cool to see places you've been from so far away. What do we have here? Little school bus on top of a freaking mountain. Whoa. Sitting here at a double top gap on this rock. That's really all there is here. Is a sign and a rock and then a trail that goes down towards that way. Got 0.7 to camp. I am beat. Today has made me super tired and I'm ready to no longer be hiking. Just bushwhacked through some nonsense. You can't really even tell where the trail is, but there's a blaze and it's just more overgrowth. Finally at camp. So the water is 0.2 miles back from the way I came from, and it's running out of a pipe at just a trickle. So I just went full capacity. I have about 4 liters, and that should get me through the night and then in the morning. I got 3 miles out of here tomorrow, and then that's it. So I think I'm going to eat some food and probably just pass out. Today was hard. I think going up to Jones Gap was way harder than going up to Scaly Mountain. But I'm wiped. I did about 9 miles for the day, and I'm ready to rest. I think it's gonna rain tonight, so that'll be nice. So yeah. On tonight's menu, lasagna with meat sauce. Thoughts on today. Climbing up Jones Gap was hard. After that, the terrain wasn't too bad, but after I got past Wolf Rock, the trail became way more overgrown, and there are way more spider webs. So I thought I could make some quick mileage because it just went downhill for like 2.5 miles. But like I said, a lot of the trail was overgrown. I did somewhat of some bushwhacking just because the trail opened up into some meadow and everything was overgrown. So between that and stopping every time I hit a spider web, I wasn't going as fast as I'd like to. Now I was sticking out my trekking pole to block some of the webs. Some of them I saw, some of them I just couldn't see because they were like either up high or down low. Hit me in the chest, some hit me in the face. Knocked a few spiders off of me. But other than that, like, scenery was top notch. So many cool rock outcroppings today and yesterday. There was like 3 on top of Scaly Mountain. Got a sweet view of Raven Bald and some other mountains, and now I'm just here. Got 3 miles to the car tomorrow. We're supposed to rain, and I'm feeling good. I'm excited to relax and hang out in my hammock. Morning. It's about 10:15. I packed up the camp, got up around 8:30, made some coffee, hung out in the hammock for a little bit, and now I got 3 miles down to the car. I believe I have to go up and around the pinnacle, but everything else is just downhill. I just need to be extra careful because it's wet. It started raining around 3 a.m. and stopped around 8 or so, but now it's just wet and cloudy everywhere. So just be careful, make it back to the car safe. This has been the trail most of the morning. Just dense overgrowth, getting stuck on thorns, getting wet. It's great. The last view before I get to the car,
Probably can't see it, but down there is the road. This might be a better view. Look at that. All right, I have 255 stone steps to go down straight to the car. Made it back to the car. It is 11:54. I planned on an hour and a half and I did it. Wow, what a challenge. I have now finished 56 miles of this trail, and I think probably in November I'm going to go finish the 40 to 60 miles up in North Carolina on the other side of Franklin. So hope you enjoyed the video. It was tough, it was fun. And I'm wet and I'm ready to change, take a shower, and I think this is the smelliest I've ever been on a trip. So thanks for watching.